Welcome back to Slightly Off Center. Today's reflection is on something we rarely talk about because we can't quite put it into words. I've been thinking about how some kinds of creativity can't be taught. They aren't in books. They don't live in frameworks. They arise, quietly, mysteriously, from somewhere else. Let me take you back to a moment over a decade ago. I was just starting out in the creative field, and my cousin said something that stuck with me. The most important thing in the creative world is the ability to come up with a concept. At the time, I didn't quite know what to do with that idea. How do you prove you're good at concepts? How do you show someone you're creative, beyond just making something look nice? I started wondering, can creativity even be taught? And then I had a conversation with my dad. Yes, he appears often in these reflections. We were talking about the Diamond Sutra, one of Buddhism's most well-known texts. I tried to explain it in my own words, but when he tried to repeat it back, it sounded completely different, almost funny. It made me realize some things just don't translate. That's when it hit me. Maybe creativity is like that too. Not just a technique, not just a method, but something deeply felt, something lived. I was reminded of a story from Zhuangzi about a wheelwright who interrupts a duke reading a book. He says, "I make wheels. If I go too slow, it gets loose. If I go too fast, it gets tight. I feel it in my hand and respond with my heart. I can't put the knowledge into words. There's a knack to it that I can't explain, not even to my own son." And that's why at 70, he's still making wheels. This story holds two truths. First, that the wisdom in books is only the echo of someone else's life. And second, that embodied experience, what you learn through doing, can't be passed down through explanation alone. You feel it in your hand. You respond with your heart. Isn't that what creativity is? You notice something, a small shift, a texture, a moment, an atmosphere, and then you respond. I believe the best creative work doesn't begin from rules. It begins from attention, from being present with the world, from a kind of listening. Just like the materials we use, whether it's paint, pixels, or prose, start speaking when we pause long enough to hear them. In one of my previous pieces, I wrote, "Maybe creativity doesn't come from stacking on more ideas, but from clearing space for the right one to appear." And right now, as I write and speak these words, I'm doing exactly that. Feeling the soft breeze on my arms, watching a bee clean itself on the hosta leaf, wondering if I could just eat that sprig of mint without washing it. None of these thoughts are strategic, but they're part of the creative process, not because they produce something, but because they remind me I'm in the world, not apart from it. Creativity, like wisdom, isn't something you hand off. It's something you meet. And if you're lucky, it stays with you. So maybe the next time you feel stuck, you don't need more input. Maybe you need to feel your way forward, hand and heart aligned. Thanks for listening. If this episode resonated with you, consider subscribing on Substack or supporting via Buy Me a Coffee. You'll find all the links in the show notes. Until next time, stay close to what you can explain.